Back at it again. You ever been raking leaves before and it seemed like you raking and raking and raking and you got a pile there, a pile over there, pile over here. You got these nice piles and you just raking and raking away, and then you look around and you say to yourself, it's still more leaves there, and I feel like I'm putting a dent in this and I'm working hard for these piles that I've already created, but I still got more leaves. It seemed like, where they come from? Why am I not making any progress? It was back in 2009. I was in the yard raking leaves, and I was raking and raking and raking. But there was a reason I was out there raking, and it seemed as if I wasn't putting a dent in nothing. It was because up until that point of 2009, I was telling myself all these different things that I was going to do different. I was telling others all this different type of motivation, all this inspiration to them, to uplift them and for them to progress in where they were in their lives. I was continuing on a pace of, you got to do this, Rios. You got to do this, Coach Rios. You got to do this. But then it was like me raking and raking and raking. I wasn't getting anywhere, making any progress of the things I was saying because I wasn't actually doing them. What I'm trying to say is this. As I was raking, there was a lesson being taught there. But I was so in a hurry just to get it done, because a lot of us don't like to rake anyway. I was so in a hurry to get it done that I wasn't looking into why is the reason that I'm putting a dent in this, as I'm thinking, but it seems like there's nothing moving. There's a lesson being taught, and it was everything that I was continuing to say. It was in different piles of my life, but none of it was actually moving anywhere. And those piles kept going back onto where I continued or had to continue to rake. And based on that, I wasn't progressing and I wasn't learning the lesson. But in 2009, it was that time that I understood the lesson, and it transferred over into me becoming a better person, a better man, and taking into account of the things that I do say and the things that I'm going to put behind, the fuel that I'm going to put behind the things that I do say. I became more action oriented. So as I continue to rake, as I continue to say to myself, I continue to do and put it into action. And therefore, the piles of leaves, the leaves that were in the yard at that time, it got done. And when it got done, I said to myself, I got it. That was a lesson learned. Some of us, some of you, you're going to have to rake those leaves. And just as it seems as if you're not making any progress in the leaves that you are raking, sit there and take into account the lesson that's being taught. It's not about how fast you get it done because you don't feel like doing it. It's that you need to do it because there's a lesson being taught in order for you to progress into the next level of your greatest self. This is Coach Rios. It's just a nice little message to you to continue to raise the bar of your GPA. What is that? Your grind point average.